sometimes you really do get over it on a random Tuesday. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lilia and this is On the Floor with Lilia. I'm your host, Lilia. So today, what I want to talk about in relation to Valentine's Day coming up, sometimes Valentine's Day can bring up a lot of feelings from the past. So today, I'm going to tell you how to actually get over your ex. You can do all these things that I'm about to tell you, and if they help you, get there. But honestly, sometimes at the end of the day, you really do just get over it on a random Tuesday. At some point, your brain just kind of clicks. And you're like, why am I wasting all these years thinking about this person and wondering about this person and hoping that it could work out and wanting to change things, and maybe we didn't actually have to break up, and you're just ignoring all of the red flags, ignoring all the things that had happened, when it's you two are broken up for a reason. If you're really supposed to be back together, then that'll happen. But that's not what we're focusing on right now. Right now we're focusing on how to actually get over your ex. First off, they're probably not as great as you remember them. They're not. You're 100% missing so many small details that you overlook the first time around in your relationship. So take the time to really write down 100%. I think you should put a pen to paper, but if you'd rather type it on a laptop or type it on your phone, do whatever you need to do to just get it all off your chest and just make a letter to them, and either gonna burn it or you're gonna delete it, or just make sure you don't actually give any of these emotions to them, because first off, they don't even they really don't deserve it, but they don't even care. I'm sorry, but they most likely just do not care. And it's just not necessary for you to constantly keep on putting so much of your energy, your free energy that is so powerful to you, you're just giving it away by giving it to these people who just simply do not care. So you're gonna try and do that. I don't know, for me, what helped was honestly just working on yourself. And it really does suck to hear, because I know you're probably well, I have been working on myself, I am working on myself, blah blah blah. I don't think that's a process that ever stops. I think that's something that we're going to always continue and evolve with regardless. The more I just focused on doing whatever I wanted to do and really appreciating the freedom, really appreciating the fact that I don't have to worry about somebody else so much right now, and you can do things that will make you happy. You've got some one less opinion to ask for, one less opinion to hear that you probably didn't even want in the first place. So take the time to really fill up a majority of your day with stuff that you've been lacking on. This is going to help boost your self-esteem. And when you boost your self-esteem, you're going to realize you don't need the validation from them. That's honestly probably what you're seeking too, You're seeking their validation, you're seeking their love, but you most likely never had it in the first place. Sometimes. Because hey, sometimes people do break up for very amicable reasons, but I've been in a lot of super toxic, unhealthy, codependent relationships in the past, but it's hard to not still crave it, and that's really what it is. It's just a craving. At the end of the day, it's a craving of their attention, because you wanted their attention so badly at one point, but then when you start to pour the attention back onto yourself, it doesn't matter who's giving it to you. You're fine and you're complete on your own. It's nice, makes you feel good for a little bit, but it's you're gonna feel so much more fulfilled when you just give all the attention back into yourself. And that's not to say that maybe there weren't times where the love that you two had for each other did exist, and it definitely was real, and that doesn't mean that everything just magically goes away, but it does have to come to a point where you're just what am I doing? When you start to recognize the cycles and the patterns, it's much easier to stop it right in its tracks and not even worry about what's going to happen, because you already know that if you keep going down this path, you're just going to end up being hurt again. This also applies to people that might not have been in an actual relationship with. There's situationships that is very common nowadays, and hey, those sometimes do suck too, because you're on this high of thinking that life is going to be a certain way and it's going to go a certain way, and then it just doesn't at all. Be the chance is there, and maybe it should have been there, but it just doesn't actually come to fruition. So you're just stuck like with all these fake memories, I guess. Like I don't know, like you're just stuck in like this idea of what you wish could have been. I don't know. I guess like overall what I'm really going to preach about all this is that it really is just going to take time. It's going to take so much time till one day you just get so fed up with yourself and you're like, what am I doing? Until you look in the mirror and you're like, why do I even care if he texts me? Why do I care if they're talking to me? Why do I care if I still want to see what they're up to? Like, no, it doesn't matter what they're up to, because if it mattered, they would be in your life right now and you'd probably be up to stuff together. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, was very, very obsessed with my ex for such a long time. And it put a big strain in some of my other relationships at the time. Even now, it's still to the point where it's like, I have to make sure that I'm fully good before I would ever even want to entertain another relationship again, because I don't want to cause a repeat of trauma and things and stuff that has happened to me in the past. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the what ifs, and we get caught up in how they were at the beginning, the potential that we see in people. All the potential isn't real. It's what we wish we could be doing if we were in their position. Like maybe you learned a lot from them, and maybe to you at the time, they really were the coolest person that you've ever met. The only reason that you think that they're cool is because they're bringing out something inside of you that you just haven't like unleashed yet. You haven't realized how cool and how amazing of a person you are. So you're seeing it in this and you're stuck on that. But it's like, in actuality, everybody starts to learn the other side of a person once they actually get and enter into a relationship. Sometimes the people that you think are the coolest at the beginning, you actually find out that they are so boring. They're so boring, and they're so lame, and honestly, maybe people even think that about you. Don't allow yourself to be tempted to go back, okay? Delete all the pictures, delete all the past messages, delete the things that you don't want to see from them, delete them off of all social media. First off, like, they just should not even be in your phone space of the online world. Just get them out of here, because you're just holding on to it for what? To make yourself sad? To bring up these past emotions of how things felt? It doesn't matter anymore. You have to let it all go. You have to let it go so that better things can come through, because every time that you just go back, you're not allowing yourself to progress forward. It's like, honestly, for me, it just got to a point where I was just so disgusted with myself for even still thinking about any of these people, for even being on the other side of the coin and asking what was up and how they were, because half the time I would be reaching out to some of these exes or to just some of these people that I've like talked to before is because I just wanted attention. I really did. I just wanted attention, and I was going about it in such crazy ways. I just wanted to feel validated in a certain way, because I'm not gonna lie, there was one who replied back to me and set a pretty decent boundary, and then like as soon as it was set and I like understood it, I was just so disgusted with myself for even trying to like implement something, you know, to the point where like, I heard from them again and I was just like, what? Like, we're still doing this? Like, why are we engaging right now? Like, we're not gonna be friends. We're not gonna be anything. Like, I don't want to be friends. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just telling you how it happened for me. It got to a point where I was just so ashamed of myself. And you can only go to your friends for so long, you know? Obviously, very good, real friends are going to be supportive of you no matter what. And, you know, they're gonna have their opinions, that happens, but they're gonna be supportive of you no matter what, and they're gonna let you talk about it over and over and over until finally you're through with it and you're like, I feel good about this, I feel at peace with this, and I'm okay to just let it go. And like you start to also free up so much space in your mind. Like, I'm not kidding, there was one point where every single time I thought about texting somebody, I would go on the floor and I would start doing a plank. If I'm going to spend so much time thinking about this person and thinking about like little ways to try to like reach out to them and see how like it's going. Because it was one of those dynamics where like you just think the timing is always going to be right, or like maybe the timing is like good now, but it's just never going to go anywhere. It just never was. So it's stuff that you just have to like accept, and stuff that I had to accept. But like I was saying, if I could spend so much time in my head just constantly thinking about stuff, I could also get on the floor immediately and do a freaking plank to then do something that is going to benefit me in the long run and change my body and make me healthy and help me be stronger and really set discipline into my mind. If you've got to do something like that, then take what I did. Every single time you start thinking about reaching out to somebody from your past or reach out to your ex or whatever, go do a freaking plank, go do some sit-ups, go clean this part of your room, go clean, like, you know what I mean, go do like a little laundry, like, I don't know, just do anything else that is going to set you up for so much more success. Take 15 minutes of trying to learn a new language instead. Like, just literally, you have to get so focused in with yourself and caught up with yourself that you're like, there's no other way for me to go about things. But above everything else, you will get through it. It's definitely hard. Like I said, the one thing that I really want you all to take away and understand from this is that it's going to take time. It's going to take so much time to come back to yourself and to feel comfortable within yourself again. Like, for me, it took me such a long time to even like accept being alone and to like readjust to living alone again, because I was so codependent for such a long time. That's something I really would love to talk about and discuss, because even to the point where like ever since I was younger, I've always thought that I would never be able to live alone, and I've done it and I'm still doing it. So we can all achieve so many impossible things. So if we can do that, then we can definitely make sure that you don't text your ex, okay? Don't do that ever again. There's no point. There's no nothing. And you know, at the end of the day, it's okay to grieve. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to miss them. You will get through this, and you'll pick yourself up, and you're going to come out of it 10 times stronger, and you're going to become such a better person, and you're going to look back on yourself and you're going to be like, oh my God, like, it was so silly of me to be spending so much time worried about somebody that I just like, I wouldn't even care or even probably recognize now if I saw them on the street. Because you're just like so way above the way that you were when you were with them, and like the way that like the person that you allowed to be for them to either like treat you like that or to be around you like that. Your self-confidence is going to grow. Your self-confidence is going to rise. You're going to become such a better, more productive, more loving, happier person, but it's just going to take time, and that's okay. I hope you at least found this video helpful. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and comment, and also make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any other future videos. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.